everybody, and welcome to my yoga flow. My name is Jasmin, and today we're gonna focus on the legs. So it's a whole body workout, but the focus will be on the legs. Today we start in our supine Kurmakonasana, so supine butterfly. You bring your palms or your sole of the feet together, a little bit wider than usual in butterfly, and then you lower your upper body onto the floor. You can rest your hands on the belly and start to take a few deep breaths in and out through the nose. Start arriving on your mat. Next, inhalation, we're going to do in 3 steps. So inhale into your belly, your rib cage, and the chest. And let it out from the chest to the rib cage, into the belly. Do this 2 more times in your own path. When you have your 2 long and 3 breaths, let the breath flow naturally in and out through the nose. If you want to set an intention for today's class, this is now the time for it. Next inhalation, take a deep breath into your belly. Hold it at the top and let it out through the mouth. Bring your hands to the outside of your knees and bring the knees together. Hug your knees in and do some nice circles in one direction. And then switch the direction. Slowly come to stillness. Give yourself a nice big hug. And grab the inside of your knees, swing forth and back until you come to a seated position, cross-legged. Inhale, reach both arms up, and exhale, walk the hands to the top of the mat, lower the forehead to the ground, and stay here. 1 deep and long breath. Slowly make your way to all 4. So hands under your shoulders and knees under your hip. And start to do movements. Inhale, arch your spine. And exhale, round your spine. I'm gonna do couple of free movements, so you can always circle your hip, the head and shoulders in there. Do whatever feels good right now. A few breaths of free movements. Slowly come to your last 2 breaths of free movement. And we all gonna meet in our tabletop position. Tuck the toes and then hover the knees an inch above the mat. Stay here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lower the knees down, untuck the toes and give them a little shake. Amazing. Bring the feet or the toes back to the mat, tuck them, and then hover the knees again an inch above the mat, and then bring right knee to right elbow and back, left and back, right and back, left, back, right, back, left, back, right, back, left, back. One more, right, back, left, back. Hold. And then lower the knees down, untuck the toes and walk the hands to the top of the mat. Lower the chin, chest or the forehead to the ground for puppy stretch. Take a deep breath here. Look in between your hands, walk your hands back. And then find your way to downward facing dog. It's your first downward facing dog, so you can keep your knees bent or pedal out the feet, shake your head. Yes, yes, no, no. Get the hips in there. A little bit of a moving downward facing dog. Then slowly come to stillness. Palms up, pressing into the mat, heels pressing down to the mat, but they don't have to touch it. And you look through your navel or through your knees. Look in between your hands, bend your knees and make tiny steps to the top of the mat. Release, fold. Keep your knees bent and shake a little bit from side to side. You can always grab opposite elbows. And then slowly release the elbows and bring the hands back down to the ground. And come all the way up to standing, very slowly, vertebra by vertebra. Last thing is your head. And then find your mountain pose. Feet are equally grounded. Hands beside your body. Root to rise from the toes to the head, navel in. Hug the thighs in. Ears are stacked over the shoulders. Inhale. And exhale. Your next inhalation, reach both arms up and look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine, look forward, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to high plank. Lower the knees or lower to down chaturanga. Shift forward to upward facing dog or baby cobra. Downward facing dog. Stay here, 2 deep and long breaths. If you have your 2 deep breaths, looking between your hands, bend the knees, step to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen your spine, look forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach both arms up, look up. Exhale, hands in front of heart center, arms beside your body. Bring big toes together and the knee, and find your mountain pose once more. One line from the toes to the head, navel in, inner ribs closed. For your next inhalation, reach both arms up, bend the knees and find chair pose. So you're gonna see your toes, maybe you can lift even your toes, that all your weight is in your heels. Inhale and exhale. For your exhalation, you lower down to the ground. Inhale, lengthen your spine, look forward. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to high plank. Stay here, one breath. Inhale. And exhale through the nose. Flow through your vinyasa. Either way, lower down the knees or go to chaturanga. Shift forward, upward facing dog or baby cobra. Downward facing dog. One breath here. On your next inhalation, lift right leg high and up and bring it in between your hands. Lower the left heel down to the ground, 45 degrees, come all the way up to warrior one. Lower down the front knee a little bit more. One breath here. Your exhalation, plant the hands, step back to high plank and flow through your vinyasa. Meet in downward facing dog. Stay here, one breath. For your next inhalation, lift the left leg high and up and bring your foot in between your hands, lower down the right heel 45 degrees, come all the way up to warrior one. Stay here, one breath. With your exhalation, lower down the hands, step back to high plank and flow through your vinyasa, chaturanga. Shift forward, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale through the nose. Take at least 2 deep breaths here in your downward facing dog. Whenever you have your 2 deep breaths, looking between your hands, bend your knees, step or jump to the top of the mat, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees, reach both arms up, find chair pose again. One breath here. And then start coming up. Bring the hands beside your body and find mountain pose again. Arms beside your body, ears stacked over the shoulders, long spine. Inhale, reach both arms up, look up. And then bend the knees, find chair pose again. Bring your hands in front of your heart center. Lower down a little bit more with your glutes. And then bring the left elbow on top of the right knee and open up to the side. Look up to the ceiling. Nice twist for your back, shoulder opening. And then bring all the weight into your right leg and bring the left leg behind you. If you have your foot placed, open up a little bit more to the ceiling. Your next inhalation, bring your hands back to heart center. Inhale, reach up. Bend the front a little bit more, active back leg. And then you lean forward, bring your hands beside your body. Bring the hands back up and your body up. Gonna do this 4 more times. So lower down, hands beside your body, arms up and upper body up. Lower down, hands in front of you and back up. Down, hands beside your body, in front of you and up. And one more, lower down, hands beside your body and up. Stay here. 1 deep breath. Lower down, lean forward again. Bring your hands beside your body and make tiny pulses for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then slowly bring the hands back and your upper body. Amazing. Bring your hands in front of your heart center, all the weight into your front leg, and let's fly to warrior 3. So upper body is in one line with your back leg, flex the toes, and stay here. 2 breaths. For your next inhalation, come slowly back up and extend the front leg in front of you as high as possible. You can always bring the hands to your hips. 1 deep breath here. Bring your hands back to heart center and keep the leg extended and bring it behind you to warrior 3. 1 breath here. Inhalation, come back up, extend. Gonna go do this 2 more times. So bring the foot back, warrior 3. Inhalation, come back. And we go 1 more time, back up, warrior 3. And then lower down the foot to the ground and find your high lunge again. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to high plank and flow through your Vinyasa Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Gonna stay here at least 2 and deep breath. Bend the knees, looking between your hands. Step or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, hands in front of heart center. And find your mountain pose again. Hands beside your body. Long spine. Navel in. Closed ribs. With your next inhalation, reach both arms up, look up, and then find chair pose. Bend the knees, bring your hands in front of heart center, and then bring the right elbow on top of the left knee and open up to the side. One breath here. And then bring all the weight into your left leg and lift the right foot and bring it behind you in high lunge. Open up to the ceiling. One breath here. And then slowly bring hands in front of heart center, find high lunge, inhale, both arms up. Lean forward, bring the hands beside your body, front of you and up again. 4 more. Down, beside your body, front of you and up. Lean forward, hands beside your body, front of you and up. 2 more, lean forward, hands and body, front of you and up. And 1 more, lean forward, hands beside your body, lean and up. Stay here, 1 breath. Lean forward again, bring the hands beside your body and do tiny pulses for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come all the way up. Bring hands in front of your heart center, all the weight into your left leg, and let's fly to warrior 3. So bring upper body and foot in one line, flex the toes. Stay here, 1 breath. And then start coming all the way up and extend the front leg, flex the toes. Always bring your hands under your hips. Bring your hands back to heart center and bring the foot back to warrior 3. Come all the way up. Bring that foot up. And we go back. Stay, 1 breath. Come all the way up. And we go 1 more time. Come all the way back. 1 breath. And then start to bring the right foot back to the ground. Inhale. Arms up, high lunge, stay here. 1 breath. And with your exhalation, you lower down, high plank, and flow through your Vinyasa, Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. And we stay here at least 2 deep and long breaths. Bring the knees to the ground, mat wide apart, big toes touching, and then bring the glutes to your heels for an active child pose. So fingertips are pressing into the mat. We stay here. 3 long and deep breaths. Slowly come to your last and deep breath. And then start to bring your hands under your shoulders and your way back up to downward facing dog. Then bring your forearms to the ground for dolphin. So it should be 90 degrees. Elbows are in the same line as the shoulders. You can always walk the feet a little bit closer, that your hips are getting higher. And stay here. 2 deep and long breaths. Inhale and exhale through the nose. walk the feet back and bring your hands into the mat, pressing up to downward facing dog. Look in between your hands and then make your way to a seated position. Give your legs a little bit of shake, upper body as well. And as always in my classes, I'm going to do a little bit of core work. So find your boat pose. I like to start a boat pose. So bring your feet parallel to the floor. Long spine. Either way you can flex or point the toes. They should be active. And then stay here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lengthen your spine. And then bring the toes to the ground, round your spine, and shake your head a little bit from side to side. Perfect. Start lifting your chest and find boat pose again. So navel in, feet are parallel to the floor. And then you extend the legs and lower upper body down to the ground very slowly. And stay here. And then release, bring your hands over your head for a nice long and deep stretch. Perfect. And then bring your hands beside your body. Bring your hands, your legs to the sky. And then lower down your right leg an inch above the mat and point both toes. So we're going to be active in both legs. And then lift your chest, look to your foot, and then you're going to do pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold and switch the legs. I'm going to do pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold and switch up again. One more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And last time. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then bring the knees into your chest. And give yourself some nice circles. And then the other direction. Perfect. Side out. Grab the inside of your knees and then swing forth and back. Until you come to a seated position. And then bring the right knee over the left knee. And if you can bring both knees in one line, so it should be in the middle. And the ankles are just lying on the mat. So it's for your hips, so Gorma Konasana or half Gorma Konasana. And then roll your shoulders up and back. You can stay here. Or if you want more, you can lean forward. So walk your hands forward. Get down as low as it goes for you. And we stay here at least 2 breaths. Whenever you have your 2 breaths, slowly start to come out of the position. And there are two ways. Either way, you can just switch the legs for the other side, or do a nice turn. So turn to your left side and over to the right, and then the left leg should be on top of the right. Either way, just bring both knees closer together, ankles resting on the mat, shoulders up and back, and then start leaning forward if you did that on the other side as well. And then stay here at least 2 deep breaths. Whenever you have your 2 breaths, slowly start to come out. Open up the cross-legged knees and then extend both legs in front of you. Flex the toes, bring the flesh away from your glutes. Then inhale, reach both arms up. And with a long spine, grab whatever you can grab, shins, ankles or the feet. And then you lengthen your spine. And with the exhalation, you fold. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Stay here. 2 deep breaths. Start lengthening your spine again with your next inhalation. And then with the exhalation, come out of it. Bend the knees, grab the inside of your knees, and then lower your upper body back to the ground. And this time is yogi's choice. You can do a supine twist if you like, or happy baby. Be aware to stay at 2 deep breaths in each variation you choose. And then start coming out of your last pose and your way into Shavasana. So legs are mat wide apart, hands beside your body, palms facing up. Gonna do a breath in 3 steps. So inhale into your body, into your belly, your rib cage and the chest, and let it out from the chest to the rib cage, into the belly. Do 2 more in your own path. Then let the breath flow naturally in and out through the nose. And with each exhalation, you let go a little bit more. start to deepen your breath. Bring movements into your body, wiggling your toes, your fingers. Shake your head from side to side. Circle your wrists and ankles. More and more movement. And then when you're ready, you hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a long and nice hug. And then turn on one side into your fetal position. Take a breath here, inhale, and exhale through the nose. Slowly start to come back up to a seated position with closed eyes. Roll your shoulders up and back. One more time, up and back. Bring your hands in front of your heart center and start to rubbing palms against each other. And then bring your palms closer to your eyes and feel the warmth you just produced. And then bring your hands back to heart center. Be grateful. Thank yourself for practicing yoga today. Bring your hands in front of your forehead. Thank you very much for joining me. Namaste.